This week is the week. MLB trade deadline predictions all week. Let's get into it. So there's a lot of predictions, okay? There's a lot of trade deadline chatters, for all different teams. And I'm not saying every single one of these moves I'm going to be putting out is going to happen, but these to me are suggesting to me, from me to you, is if these guys get moved, this is where I think they're going to get moved to, okay? Because it makes more sense to trade need for both sides, what they can accomplish with each other if they have the right players to offer, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to give you a batch of players every day, all week. So get ready, because next Tuesday is the trade deadline, August 1st. It's going to be lit. So if you don't want to miss any of that stuff, if you like this type of stuff, you should hit the thumbs up. And if you want to see all the deadline stuff, even into the deadline when we go live next week, subscribe to this channel if you haven't done that yet. And I thank you for that. I want to make sure that you're in on the loop of everything, because it's going to be a crazy week, and it's going to get even crazier next week. So I'm going to give you 6 today. Okay, let's get into it. Number 1, okay, this is Logan Gilbert, right-handed starting pitcher for the Seattle Mariners. He's got 4 years of control left, so he can be a valuable asset to a team who's looking for starting pitching. Guess who's looking for starting pitching? The St. Louis Cardinals. There's no guarantee that they're either going to extend Jordan Montgomery or not trade him. So what does that mean to me? That means they might trade Jordan Montgomery, so be on the lookout for that. And they might acquire Logan Gilbert. And I think they will likely acquire Logan Gilbert at the trade deadline because they have that need. And they have offensive pieces such as, let's just say, Dylan Carlson to send back to the Mariners. Okay? They want to send Dylan Carlson back to the Mariners. The Mariners are looking for offensive pieces. So the trade makes sense. So Logan Gilbert I have going to the St. Louis Cardinals. Okay? Next up, there's a B here. That's why I moved. Jordan Hicks, relief pitcher, closer for the Cardinals. Do I think the Cardinals are going to make a lot of moves? Yes, I do. Okay? I have him going to the Baltimore Orioles. The Baltimore Orioles are on the significant upswing in the American League East, and they need a pitching. They need another starting pitcher, but they need another relief pitcher too, in my opinion. And they can get one of the most dominant closers out there, hard-throwing Jordan Hicks, when they're in their quest to maybe win the American League East, which I think they are very well positioned to do. Okay? So Jordan Hicks heading to the Baltimore Orioles. Next up is going to be another team that I think will probably be active, okay? The San Diego Padres. And I think they're going to acquire Elias Diaz, catcher from the Colorado Rockies, who has 2 years left on his contract. He signed a 3-year, $14+ million contract with the Rockies. He's a good right-handed hitting, solid catcher. And the Padres happen to need catching depth. Okay, Luis Campusano, their top prospect, is up there, but they still got Austin Nola, who's not doing the job that they need him to do, and I think they're going to require a catcher. And even though they're going to, very likely would not be much in-division trades, this is one where the NOS team can give another NOS team a little bit of help here in exchange for some decent prospect capital. So Elias Diaz, to me, heading to the Padres. Next up, okay, yep, Scott Barlow, closer for the Kansas City Royals. Now, he was super dominant last year and the year before. Not as dominant this year, but he has high-end stuff. Okay, and I think he's got one more year of control as well, so he's not afraid until 2025. I have the Atlanta Braves adding him to their bullpen. They really, honestly, there isn't really much for the Braves to have to add to that team, because I can see them being the National League representative in the World Series pretty damn easily. I don't know about you, but I can. And I think they would add somebody like Scott Barlow to that bullpen, which would really, really put that pitching machine over the top there and put them in a really good position. To get into the World Series a little bit easier than I thought they would. Next up, got 2 more for you, okay? Eduardo Rodriguez, starting pitcher from the Detroit Tigers. He's back now. He hasn't opted out after the season, but he's got several years left. But if any team needs to go for it right now, it's the Tampa Bay Rays. And if they want to keep with the Baltimore Orioles, who have taken the lead in the American League East, this is the type of guy you want to get. And with the Rays having quite a bit of problems this year, losing starting pitchers, more than one of them, to Tommy John surgery, this could be a good get for them. Okay? And even if he opts out at the end of the year, if they want to go for it, this is the type of piece Tampa Bay Rays would be wise to acquire at the deadline. So I could see Eduardo Rodriguez going to the Rays and fortifying that starting rotation. Okay? Lastly, last piece today before we get into tomorrow. Okay, Jordan Montgomery. So I'm going back to the first trade where Logan Gilbert, 4 years of control, coming to the St. Louis Cardinals. This is the guy he would be replacing, Jordan Montgomery, heading to the Texas Rangers. And the Texas Rangers can use another starting pitcher, okay, to add to that rotation. They've lost some guys already. They've lost even the top prospect, Kumar Rocker, Tommy John as well. So they need another starting pitcher to add to that brigade. They've already lost Jacob deGrom, too, which is unfortunate. Montgomery brings a little bit of stability, consistency, okay, to add to that rotation. And he's going to be a free agent at the end of the year. So the price is not going to be that much. So he's a good fit, I think, for the Texas Rangers in their effort to try to win the AL East to get into the playoffs as well. Okay, so these are my first 6. I'll have more for you tomorrow. I'll have more for you every single day this week. So, and I want to know what you think. Load up the comments. Let's have a conversation. Got a lot more teams, a lot more plays to go over. And rather than doing it all in one video, I'm going to give you little bits and pieces each day so you can digest it a little bit easier. Look forward to something the next day as well. So have a great day, everybody. Have a great week. See y'all next time.